Welcome to episode 189 of Kapowcast.
Nice.
I know.
Professional.
Seamless. I am Mike, and joining me today is Jeff Jefferson.
Hey, everybody.
Tony Vance is not with us today. He's off busting ghosts.
Hell yeah.
Because busting makes him feel good.
I knew you were going to say that.
I know. You can see it coming a mile away. What's on the slab for today?
Ooh, that's fitting because it's our spooky Halloween episode.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about nerdy Halloween costumes. Done bad, done good. But before we do that, we got plenty of things to talk about. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of things.
So many
things. Like the one thing.
That thing was crazy, but the other thing?
That thing was nuts. First, I've been wanting, I shouldn't say I've been wanting. I've been trying to avoid this.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to talk about it because everybody's already been talking about it so much.
Yeah.
But it just seems to just keep rearing its ugly head and you got more people commenting on it. So like, what was like a few weeks ago, Martin Scorsese was like, Marvel movies bad.
Yep.
He was like, comic book movies aren't cinema.
They're theme park rides.
They're theme park rides, which I don't really know. It's the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah.
And then like he had like a couple times where he kind of doubled down, but at the same time he didn't. Like he still said like they're theme park, but he's like, I respect the craft that goes into them because there's a lot of fucking work that goes into those movies.
Oh yeah.
They may not be tour de force or anything like that, but a lot of time and effort goes into those movies. They're not just slopped together just for fun. Mm-hmm. But Francis Ford Coppola, of Godfather fame, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that what he's fucking known for?
Mm-hmm.
He tried to like one up him, and he said that Marvel movies were despicable.
Yes.
Despicable. And I'm like, all right. And it's just kind of like this. It's not a new trend, like people shitting on Marvel movies. Like a lot of people have done it.
Yeah.
Spielberg has done it. Mel Gibson.
Yep.
Jennifer Aniston.
Sly Stallone. And then he starred in one.
Yes. Yeah. Right. And that's kind of what I'm getting at.
He started in multiple ones, actually, if you count like Judge Dredd.
Well, first of all, you may have missed it, but yes, I said Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston chalks up her not getting better roles and there being better films to comic book movies, despite the fact that she starred in a slew of Adam Sandler shit bombs. Like, I mean, I guess like it's in her, like she's just kind of like bitter at this point because she was supposed to be the it girl but it never really happened.
Yeah.
Like what? Like seriously, I want you to try to name a Jennifer Aniston movie, like a movie that she solely starred in that was a success. I will wait.
Did they make a Friends movie?
No.
Then can't think of one.
The only movie I can think of that was even remotely a success was Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, and I didn't really like it.
And there was that other movie. There's nothing.
No, I can't really think of anything.
And it kind of sucks because like a lot of the people, they went and they asked a lot of the Marvel people like, oh, what do you think about what Martin Scorsese said and stuff like this? And
they're like, oh, it sucks that he said it.
Yeah, they're just kind of
can't really talk shit about Martin Scorsese.
Exactly. It's like
can't be like, oh, this guy's a fucking hack.
What a fraud. But I would wish somebody would just kind of like put him in his place a little bit. I think the closest
James Gunn
had a really good rebuttal.
Yeah.
And Taika Waititi also had a really good rebuttal. I forget exactly what he had said. It was that good. But I just remember reading it and being like, yeah. But I know James Gunn was really good because he talked about how like, the filmmakers before in Westerns said those were despicable. The filmmakers before Star Wars said that, those were just spectacles and weren't cinema. And I've always felt like the Marvel movies, especially nowadays, are just like they're the cool kid.
Yeah.
It's easy to pick. It's easiest to pick on the person that's on top.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a big fucking target.
It is, especially when they're so successful.
Yeah.
And if you're not successful, like a Jennifer Aniston, for example. But yeah, I think it's incredibly naive, and we talk about it all the time. Comic book movies not getting their just due. Like I know we like to talk shit about like the Oscars, like they don't really matter.
Yeah. Like
they're but it still kind of does.
It's a big boy club.
It is a big boy club, and I think even if your attitude is like, oh, it's just the fucking Oscars, I like what I like, whatever. I think it still is.
It lends credibility for.
It lends credibility, and it's nice to see something you love being appreciated.
Yeah.
By people. I think that's what a lot of like with Black Panther, which is funny. I saw somebody be like, all Joker has to do is get nominated for Best Picture, and it already trumps Marvel. I'm like, fucking Black Panther was just nominated last year. Like, it has to win.
Yeah. Why do they need to trump Marvel anyway?
Because it's a fucking pissing contest for some reason. And I thought Bob Iger actually had a very interesting thing. Like, I'm obviously paraphrasing here, but he basically said like, whatever, they're entitled to their opinion, I guess. Like,
yeah.
Cool. Like, I think his opinion would be like, all right, suck my $1 billion dick. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's such a blanket statement to say all comic book movies are bad because, like we've already stated, there's a ton of comic book movies. Some say too much. Personally, the more comic book movies there are, the more good ones there are normally. So
yeah, especially nowadays, we're still in the golden age.
Yeah, but I mean, to say movies like Winter Soldier,
Infinity War.
I mean, there's a lot of substance in these movies, in my opinion.
They're not just, and the thing is I think what people fail, like, just because it's not gritty crime drama, this, that,
It's not R-rated.
There's still characters that have been developed and stuff for 10 years that you feel for.
Yeah.
And you have an attachment, I think, to those characters that you don't get to have with a lot of movie characters.
I agree.
I've seen somebody ask one time, they were like, I don't get it. Why, when, people saw Endgame, Iron Man died, and spoiler alert, by the way. I think we're past that, right?
I would say so.
Everybody cried, but like people say, like when Superman died in BVS, like nobody cried. And I'm so glad somebody like chimed in and commented, and they were like, because you didn't get to know him.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew him for literally 2 movies.
Yep.
You had
his introduction movie, and you had like
his
movie.
awkward, weird mess of a movie.
Yep.
Iron Man, we had known for 10 years.
Yep.
And how many different 3 Iron Man movies,
One
4
of which was
Avengers, Civil War,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, almost 10 movies. It's just as impactful as watching Wolverine die in Logan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've grown and aged with these characters. They feel like they're part of us. We feel like, I think a lot of people feel like they belong to them.
Yeah, sexually
And spiritually.
Is that how that crazy cult got formed with that Smallville actress?
Yes. Yes. Like I said, I didn't want to talk about it, but I just feel like it's been so prevalent and so like.
Might as well throw in our
and like
2 bits.
Anybody from a Marvel movie or comic book movie that's been talked to, they're constantly being asked about it.
Which I think is unfair. Like, it's a mean thing to do to us, to just, hey, have you heard that this renowned person thinks that everything you do is a piece of shit? What do you think about that?
Yeah, and basically, like I think, like Robert Downey Jr. or most people, their response is like basically, well, wow, that kind of sucks that he feels that way, but
oh well,
whatever. He's entitled to think that. Yeah, so that's that.
That's our 2 bits.
That's our 2 cents, and I'm sticking to it. It was also brought to my attention this week. We've kind of talked a little bit about how the X-Men books have been relaunching and rebranding
constantly.
Yeah, but it's been like it's a whole new thing. Like they all live on an island now. Like all the mutants live in basically live in like harmony. It's really fucking weird. And I'm assuming they're having orgies now.
Yeah, it's implied.
It's implied. Like there's this weird scene where like Nightcrawler's like, we need to make more mutants, and Xavier's like, yes, these are the rules. And then it shows like everybody like kind of happy and partying and drinking and like kind of looking like, in my opinion, kind of being like a little touchy feely, especially Wolverine, Jean, and Cyclops.
Yeah, I saw the panel where he's like Wolverine has his arms around both of them.
Yeah, it's very like, and like
it's very hippie comic.
Yeah, I don't
stuff.
like it. I don't like it at all.
It makes me uncomfortable.
It's not even that. Like, I think people forget I think it's been forgotten what have made the X-Men great. And it was just fun superhero team action.
Yeah.
Not that kind of action.
Team action.
Team action.
I read you loud and clear.
But it's just, I don't know. It's like they haven't known, in my opinion, they haven't known what to do with X-Men for what year is it? 2019?
Yeah, for about 19 years.
Yeah, I was going to say like 15, 16 years.
I mean, like, I haven't really enjoyed X-Men since, I don't know, since they switched to the all-leather jacket look. And
was it the Ultimate X-Men? Was it Ultimate X-Men or New X-Men?
I can't remember. Was it Astonishing X-Men where they first did that?
Well, Ultimate X-Men, they had like the more movie-looking suits.
Yeah.
But then there was all New X-Men where they had like the puffy X jackets, which also looked really terrible. Yeah. And Wolverine looked actually everybody in that book.
A lot of it could have been blamed on the art too, but yeah.
Well, yeah, when you go from like the awesomeness of Jim Lee's X-Men stuff. And
then people say, well, we want them to be wearing uniforms. Well, I mean, Jim Lee had them all wear similar looking uniforms at one point. Like there was a overall look to the uniforms. Like
there's still a theme.
Yeah, there's a theme. Thank you. An overarching theme.
Everybody still had their own individuality, which I think was really, really nice. And like even like looking at like old, and then, so a lot of people, the 90s X-Men stuff or X-Men books are considered to be like not good.
Yeah.
Or not as impactful, but to me the X-Men looked the best in like the 90s and even like the 80s, like all giant size X-Men stuff, like having all the different uniforms, like an individuality, but still having like little hints of it with the X's and stuff like that. This new conflagging hippie X-Men just isn't for me.
I'd have to read it to see how they're going with it, but it's gotten me curious. I'm definitely wondering where they're going with it.
I still, like do I want to pick up the graphic novel and
jack off
the X-Men orgy? I don't think so.
I'll let you know how it goes when I do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was kind of hopeful, like from one of the things I was hearing, and then like I hear this, and they're like, see the pictures, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking stupid. They've done it again. Like watching Raw. You get hopeful. You're like, maybe this time it'll be different.
It's not different at all, is it?
Nope, it's not. It is not. What else happened this week? Oh, I know. We got a Star Wars trailer.
We did.
For Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, coming out December 19th at a theater near you.
Can you detect a hint of condescension?
I'm split on this. The trailer was very Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was
very generic
very
Star
paint
Wars.
by numbers Star Wars, you know,
just like all the new Star Wars movies.
You know, shots of new stuff, shots of nostalgia, this and that. But it worked. They outpaced Endgame's ticket sales.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I was very shocked
because I juggernaut, you know.
Because I thought everybody was at the point of being like, "Fuck Star Wars." You burnt me one too many times, but everyone's like,
"Well, we gotta see how it ends."
Like, I'll give it a try. I'll give it a go. I actually went to go buy tickets. We went to go buy tickets for the 6 o'clock one.
Yeah.
And it was already almost sold out.
Wow.
So yeah, I was like, oh, this is going to be another huge one.
Yeah. Fuck. Another crowded one full of.
I did like, I don't know if you noticed, the kind of, I don't want to say remix, but the newly done Star Wars theme towards the end of the trailer.
The up-tempo.
Yeah. Like I thought that was very cool. That was like, I was like, ooh, I could get down at that. That's makes me very pumped. Hearing the Emperor was cool. And
yeah. Seeing a little hint of him. And that was the only thing I really got out of the trailer.
Yeah, Rey and Kylo going at it again.
Maybe there'll actually be some resolution since it doesn't really seem like they've had that much interaction at all.
No. And I you know,
like I don't even understand why I guess it's because of the Force that they're so drawn to each other.
Yeah,
There's no real.
The Force has pulled them together.
You know,
and more money.
The plot device Force. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. Is it going to turn out that they're related? Is it going to turn out that they're not?
Is Rey going to be like a weird Jesus baby of the Force like Anakin was? Like I don't know. I don't know. To this day, I'm still very. I don't want to say resentful towards The Last Jedi.
I thought it sucked, man. I thought it was a piece of shit.
But I get let down. Like.
How do you make a movie with that many explosions and action scenes like fucking boring?
Yeah, no, I maintain like I don't know if there's ever been a movie that has let me down more than The Last Jedi.
And in my opinion, like they just took a big steaming shit on the established lore, like just as much, if not more so than fucking Lucas ever did.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, the only reason you didn't like it is because you had your expectations. Oh yeah, but also it just took turns for the sake of taking turns.
Yeah.
Like I remember the director Rian Johnson's toting like, oh, there's going to be surprises in this that are going to be bigger than Empire Strikes Back, than Luke finding out Vader was his father.
What were they?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah. The surprise. It's not very good.
Snoke getting killed.
That surprised me. It wasn't a pleasant surprise.
It wasn't a pleasant surprise. No, like there was surprises, but they weren't pleasant.
No.
Like that, and like you build up all this anticipation and you hint at Rey's heritage, like meaning something and being something, and you get there and you're like, no, they were just nobodies.
It was just a big red herring.
Yeah, and I don't know if I know you have a lot of feelings about J.J. Abrams.
Heck.
I don't know if that was a lot of his intentions with those plot lines that he set up.
Who knows?
But I will say, like Rian Johnson, he
shit the bed.
Shit the bed on that, and because. I mean, and I know everybody says like, oh, it was just a remake of A New Hope. I really liked The Last Jedi, or not The Last Jedi. What was the first one called?
Episode 8.
Star Wars
or 7.
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, yeah.
Force Awakens.
I liked it.
I really liked it. I had a lot of fun in that movie.
I thought it was too long, but
I thought it did and people will knock it for playing on the nostalgia, but I thought that was a good thing.
What the fuck, man? It's a Star Wars movie. What the entire reason they brought these movies back is to make money off of your nostalgia.
Exactly. Yeah. But people are like, oh, it was just a remake of A New Hope and this and that. I'm like, I think that was a smart thing to do because so many people were expecting bad from like the prequels.
Yeah.
And so they kind of got everyone's faith back. I think they should have pulled back on that a bit in the following movies, which I don't feel like they did in fucking The Last Jedi.
Yeah. I mean, it just didn't feel like a Star Wars movie to me. Like the pacing was really different.
Pacing was horrible.
The pacing was really bad. Like the character interactions, like the pointless interludes of humor.
That felt very Marvel and forced.
Yes, it felt stilted. Like especially with Poe and like when he's,
The main things I enjoyed in that movie that I wish they did more of and it was taken more seriously, I enjoyed the Rey Luke Skywalker interaction.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of Luke in that role before they just were like, hey, like I didn't mind him being like broken down and like I thought that was interesting. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you fucked up the character of Luke Skywalker. Like, Luke was never overly confident in himself in those movies.
No.
He was always second guessing and, this and that.
Plus, a lot can happen in, 20 plus years.
I thought that was kind of a cool way of taking it. But so regardless of that movie has kind of calmed my excitement for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, because I feel like I just, in the back of my mind, I know that second movie was a missed opportunity and the ball was dropped.
Yeah.
And it was dropped hard.
Yes.
And whether or not J.J. Abrams is going to pick that up. And
it's like when you're playing Frisbee and then you throw the Frisbee too hard and it ends up on the neighbor's roof.
You're like, oh shit, I got to get it back.
Yeah. And then, you're just like, oh boy. That's how I felt that movie was.
With all that being said, I will say I maintain nobody hates Star Wars quite like a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I have already seen the YouTube videos, talking down about it, this and that, like hating on it. It's like, but you're fucking going to go see it.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk shit if you're just going to go see it. Like, that's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're going to sit there and be like, oh, they're just trying to get my money on all this nostalgia and raise a Mary Sue and this, but I got my tickets for opening day. Like, dude, fuck off. Like,
I don't really think raise a Mary Sue. I think people don't really understand what the term means. Like, Neo is a Mary Sue because he almost instantly, becomes all powerful with very little character development. And it's cool. It looks cool. It works well for the Matrix. Rey doesn't really, you could say she becomes powerful extremely quickly, but they're actually put effort into developing her character. She's a flawed character. She's not perfect in every way.
Yeah. She kind of did so, like, when she was like talking with Kylo, like that was not a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
She also stole the Jedi book. She's also a dirty fucking thief.
Yeah. Well, from one of those.
She stole the sacred text.
The sacred text. Oh, and that movie did have that amazing scene with those weird aliens and the blue titty milk.
Oh, yeah. People like to use that in videos talking about Star Wars. They will just repeat that over and over.
It's fucking. Oh man, I was probably one of the most surreal moments I've ever had watching a movie. Like that was one of the most. I was just like, it's kind of like when that dance number happened in Spider-Man 3, where you're just like, did this really happen?
It's like an out of body experience.
Yeah, I'm like, is there a gas leak in this building? Did I die in my sleep or something? Am I in hell right now? Now dig on. I was like, what? This can't be real. I should make a montage of moments that make you question your reality in film.
It would be that.
Those two.
Those two moments.
Just over and over again. Maybe splice them together.
I just remember, like, because Mark Hamill was not shy about voicing his displeasure for that movie.
Yeah. I got my paycheck. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there was some kind of there was a scene that was done or that he wanted to do. I can't remember what it was, but he really wanted to do it. And they were like, oh, well, we really don't have time for that. And he was like,
for that.
But you have time to show me drinking milk out of a alien? Like I don't get it. God bless Mark Hamill. He deserved better in these movies than like a 5-second cameo at the end of Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And drinking blue titty milk.
Yeah.
In this one.
Gigantic missed opportunity.
Yeah.
C'est la vie.
Gigantic missed opportunity not having the entire original cast in one scene together.
Yep.
That's a giant missed opportunity.
I agree.
That I love that picture that has like old Luke, old Han, like actual like from the movie, and they're like photoshopped in to the Millennium Falcon cockpit.
And like they had Kylo Ren kill off Han for shock value to establish him as a hated character.
Yeah.
No one ever talks about it. Like no one looks at Kylo Ren with hatred because their hatred is focused on the studio, not on Kylo Ren.
For sure. And like just to show you, like I thought it was very interesting because like when like going into the Force Awakens, I think everybody knew Han Solo was going to die.
Yeah.
Like I knew it.
You probably knew he was going to do a multi-picture.
You knew. Everybody knew Harrison Ford's thoughts on this, and the only way that they got him back was probably if they were going to kill him.
Yeah.
And so like when it happened, like I knew Steph was going to cry. Like I absolutely knew it. But she cried once, and like after that, like it was fine. Like Avengers, every time she's seen it, she cries every time Iron Man dies. Every time. And like the same thing. Like well, not the same thing, but like I get emotional. I get very teary eyed and excited with the portal scene.
Yeah.
When like everybody starts showing up and that music plays, like oh that is that's fucking cinema.
Fuck yeah, goosebumps, baby.
Anything that makes you feel is like that. It can't be attributed to a theme park ride. That's cinema. But so are you going to go see Star Wars opening weekend, do you think?
No. Well, if we're going to review it, I'll maybe.
I figured you might be with your usual gang of merry men and women.
I don't have any interest in seeing it, to be honest. Like I'll catch it on TV, or I would catch it if we still had one, $1 show, but I'm not in a hurry to see it.
Oh, you're gonna, because we're gonna review that shit.
Mr. Snobby Snob over here says, I don't even care about it. I don't care about this cultural phenomenon. But yeah, I mean, like it might be good, but I really got burned out by the last one.
Yeah. Well, having the Rogue One and then the Solo movie.
Rogue One is probably my favorite modern Star Wars movie.
I've heard a few people say that.
I mean,
my only thing was like, you talk about not knowing the characters.
Yeah.
I still to this day cannot tell you one character's name except Jen Erso. Was that it?
What was the name of the autistic droid in it?
Exactly. There was that guy. I
liked him a lot.
I just know them from like there was that guy. There was
Forrest Whitaker. As the Space Mujahideen.
There was the Asian guy that was like the
Ip Man.
Yeah. There was then didn't he have like another like big black guy with him?
Yeah.
That was like the muscle.
And they might have been a couple. I'm not really sure what was going on with them, but
and there was the former Empire pilot or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember any of these people's names.
I don't either. To be fair, they're Star Wars character names, so it's not like
well, they're not as ingrained in you as like a Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Rey.
Well, I mean, Rey's an easy one to remember.
Finn.
Poe. Yeah, they're all monosyllabic now. Yeah. They're like, well, we want people to remember these. Make them monosyllabic.
Luke, Han, Leia.
Yep.
Anakin, Padme.
The Rancor. Jabba.
Greedo.
Just have it rhyme with something.
That's the main key.
Yeah. Seaman.
So Halloween is approaching.
Yes.
The times of ghouls and specters and superheroes.
And boogans.
I love Halloween.
Me too.
It is my favorite. But you know what I've never done successfully on Halloween? I've never been a superhero.
Really? Never ever?
I've been one, but I said successfully. I said successfully.
You accidentally dressed up as Superman when you went to dress up as Batman?
No, I went as Robin one year.
Yeah?
I don't know why.
I don't know what came over me.
It was the Halloween after Batman Forever came out.
Yeah.
And like Robin costumes were everywhere. And I was like, I want to be Robin. Yeah. And I don't know if you remember these costumes. And I feel like we talked about this on this episode before, but I'm assuming that anybody that's listening never listened to that one and they're just listening for the first time. Do you remember they were like, okay, so like for Robin, like it was like a jumpsuit you kind of like put on. Yeah. It had like the red leg or the green legs and like the red chest and the green sleeves.
And it was all pretty muted colors.
Pretty muted. And then there was like a plastic like chest piece you put on that was supposed to be like the muscles.
Yeah, with the nipples.
Yeah, yes, they did have the nipples. They weren't as detailed. I think there was just like the pecs and then it just had like two circles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really weird. Like it tied on to you and like it was really weird. It was like a plastic shell.
Yeah, it's like almost like a corset, like one of the like medieval armor sort of.
But very cheap and awkward.
Yeah, cheap. Probably.
You're like,
did it lacerate you?
No, but I do remember it like starting to like crack on the sides. You know? And then like I remember the mask. I remember the cape was very cheap too because it, you know, with Robin, you're supposed to have a two-tone cape, inside yellow, outside black. Mm-hmm. And it was just like a thin, like regular black cape. And I just remember being like, yeah, I'm fucking Robin. Which nobody's ever said in the history of anything.
Including Robin.
But for some reason I was really pumped about that. And I don't know why. I to this day question that decision, and I only wonder what my parents thought.
Oh my God.
He doesn't even want to be Batman. He just wants to be Robin. It's like we have a kid that's settling for second.
Our son is a twink. Our son is a sub bottom. Our first spit take, I think.
Don't worry, Tony. I didn't get any on the board or the microphone. Well, how about you, smart guy? Have you ever? Did you ever go as a hero of sorts?
Yeah, I went as Robin. No,
no, I know that's not. I was probably the only person in the Metro Detroit area that purchased a Robin costume that year.
Hell yeah, that's possible. I'm sure there's some discount.
I was in like, hang on, I don't mean to cut you off.
That's fine,
but I'm gonna embarrass myself.
Go for it.
Yeah,
go down that shame spiral.
What year did Batman Forever come out?
Batman Forever.
95.
95.
So if it came out in 95, I was in like 5th grade.
That's not so bad. It's better than like I was 17. Yeah.
I was 37 years old. But sorry about that. Yeah. No
problem. So, yes, I went as a superhero once and only once. Not because of something terrible happening, but
somebody wanted you to stop a crime.
Help. This building's on fire.
Gotta go.
Well, I mean, I'm in the costume, so I guess so. But no, I was maybe 7 or 8, and I wore my Spider-Man pajamas. They were like underoos, sort of. I mean, they had, they were pajama pants and pajama, but like they didn't have the mask. And I was really upset because my brother had Superman pajamas, and he didn't need a mask because he was Superman, and I was Spider-Man. I didn't have a mask. I was like, this is bull crap. Why am I not having a mask? This is awful. We need to fight a mask. My parents are like, we're not going to buy you a separate Spider-Man mask. Just go out and trick or treat. And I angrily did and angrily ate the candy.
It was never celebrated Halloween again.
No, I am now a Mormon.
Yeah, like I guess theoretically, like I was a Ninja Turtle one year, and it was kind of the same deal.
Yeah,
where I had like these Ninja Turtle pajamas that like the front had like the front shell on it,
Oh,
the belt, and like the.
I had the same ones.
Yeah, so I had like my Leonardo ones, and then I just wore like a rubber Leonardo mask, which was like when I look back, I'm like, that was really cool. But I think about it now, I'm like, it was probably really horrifying looking.
Little goblin monster.
I was trying to like look through because you can go online and you can find like a list of like the most popular superhero costumes through the year, and surprisingly, there's not really a lot on there.
Yeah.
Well, we got most popular Halloween costume in the 1980s. What do you think it would be? Think of the time of the 1980s and what would be popular.
He-Man?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Number one, I guess He-Man could be on there.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh, wow. No kidding. Makes sense.
This is horrifying.
What is it?
Number two, Elf.
Oh, yeah.
Willie. I would love to eat a cat in that. Madonna was also very popular in the 80s. That's your thing. What's that?
No, it's not. I very rarely dressed as Elvira was popular in the for a Halloween costume. That's funny. I guess it makes sense. Mistress of the Dark. Yeah.
Jason.
I dressed up as Jason many times because you always got the cheap hockey masks, the glow in the dark ones.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see, Star Trek. Oh wait, did we just skip? Oh, we're in the 1990s. That's why. That shifted very quickly. So 1990s number one is the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Which that makes perfect sense. I'm surprised He-Man wasn't in the 80s though.
Yeah.
Like I would have thought He-Man.
It was huge.
Yeah.
You think He-Man and like Thundercats would be really big? And,
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Transformers. Like there's no shortage of awesome stuff to be in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Thundercats.
Yeah.
Did you say Thundercats?
I did.
Okay. I don't listen. Number two, Star Trek.
And when? In the 90s?
Yeah.
I guess the Next Generation was really big at the time.
Oh.
Get a bunch of Geordies.
This is frightening. Number three, Power Rangers. I was never a Power Ranger.
No, I wasn't either.
I wanted to be.
I would not have minded, and that's for sure.
I remember one year, and this isn't going to really translate to anybody that doesn't live around here, but you remember Why Not in Wyandotte, the costume shop?
Yeah.
I remember one year we went to, there was like having like a carnival or something down in downtown Wyandotte. And we went down there and I remember seeing they had a Power Ranger costume in the window. And it like, in my memory, once again, your memory skews when you're a kid, like stuff looks a lot cooler. Yeah. But in my mind, like it looked like it was like a screen accurate replica suit and I wanted it so bad, but I knew it was never going to happen. And now I just don't have the physique to be a Power Ranger. I got like a belly.
Yeah, same here.
So if I wear that suit,
oh dude, I'd look fucking gross in anything that's skin tight.
Which props like to the people at Comic-Con that are of rounder stature and like just like fuck it, I'm being the White Ranger.
Yeah, I know, man. More power to them. They got bigger balls than I do, and they are plainly on display.
Moose knuckles.
Yeah, camel humps.
Number four, The Simpsons.
That I could also probably plenty of Barts.
Yeah. And I kind of get number five, but it's really weird because it was like the tail end of the 90s. South Park.
Oh, yeah. Well, South Park came out in like 96.
96. And it's still, well, I don't know.
And it was huge. It blew up.
It was huge.
Huge.
All right. Most popular Halloween costumes in the 2000s.
Let's see.
So this would be like from 2000 to 2009?
I'm going to guess Stone Cold would be on there.
No.
Really?
No. Huh. I just saw what number two was, and that makes I thought I knew it was going to be in the list. But number one is Harry Potter.
Yeah, I could guess that.
So that's not surprising at all. Now, I want you to, I think you can guess this.
All right.
Think between the years 2000 and 2009. So this includes 2008. What would have been a really popular costume?
2008.
From a comic book movie.
2008. Iron Man?
No.
What?
The Joker.
Oh, 2008. Derp.
I just saw your eye rolled after. You're like,
don't make me think I worked today.
You sound so disappointed in yourself. And then that was another one I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger Joker, but
someone else probably also had a similar idea.
Yes. But at the same time, I'm like, at this point, 2008, obviously I'm an adult at this point, but I'd had the mindset, like, if you can't do a costume right, then don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if I'm going to be something, I don't want to look like fucking half-ass. Like I just bought it from Spirit of Halloween and, put on a green wig and like, no, I want it to look good, authentic and real. So I'm not going to bother because it's too much work.
You're going to have to really scarify your mouth.
Yep.
So you have to do this like at least 9 months in advance for it to heal up.
Well, and that was the thing that always killed me with the Joker makeup when I see people do it bad. I'm like, it's not that hard.
No.
It's not that hard at all.
It's actually a relatively simple costume.
It is.
The hardest part is the clothes.
The clothes and like the hair.
Yeah.
Like you want and that's the one thing I hate. I hate wigs. Hate it.
It's hard to find a decent wig.
But
there are things you can do to a shitty wig to make it look a lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
Such as?
There's ways like combing techniques and stuff and products you can put in it that makes it look more like authentic hair, makes it less shiny and plastic looking.
You want me to tell you a funny story?
Let's hear it.
This is embarrassing.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah. So I used to straighten my hair.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So one year I had this idea. I wanted to be Kurt Cobain, like after he shot himself.
He killed me.
So I wanted to I had this great idea of doing the bullet wound. Cause at this point I'd gotten really good with liquid latex and stuff like that. Like I wanted to do the bullet wound in the head, and then I wanted to cut out the back and make it where there was looked like there was chunks of brain and stuff. Like I wanted to get really graphic. So I went out and we went to go buy a wig, and as per usual, I usually wait 3-4 days before said Halloween party or whatever to decide on these costumes.
Yeah.
So I have to throw them together. And so I couldn't find a good wig. All the wigs were really weird, but I found one and I was like, okay, I guess I'll kind of get this one. And I opened it and it was really curly. So I was like, I'm going to straighten it.
Oh, I think I can tell where this one's going.
So I go to do it, and it's just I'm just oh no, and I went to go I let go, and it's just it's
stuck together like a
fucking
waffle maker.
And I was like, oh shit.
Next thing you know, the fucking house is on fire.
There was burnt black pieces on the side. I'm like, I don't think this wig's good anymore. So I had to change it up really fucking quick.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The other time I wore a wig for a costume, I was the Crow.
Hell yeah, been there.
And everybody thought I was Sting.
Yep, been there.
Not the wrestler, the music artist. No.
You must have been really bad at doing a Crow costume. Yeah, I spiked up my hair, didn't wear a shirt. Started singing fucking Roxanne everywhere.
Yep. No, I remember but it was kind of the same thing where I couldn't find a good wig. Mm-hmm. And the one I found was a long one.
Yeah. So
I was like, fuck it, I'll cut it. Uh-huh. And it looked bad.
You tried to cut it with your hair straightener again.
I did. Number 3 for most popular costumes in the 1990s. SpongeBob SquarePants, or 2000s, SpongeBob
that
SquarePants.
I can easily believe.
Yep. Number 4, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I could believe that.
I could believe that, because the Sam Raimi films and
and just Spider-Man in general, right?
Oh yeah. That's another character I never have the confidence to be. Would love to be him and swing through buildings.
I could pull off the Spider-Man in sweatpants look, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I could pull off a Peter B. Parker one, like nobody's business. Number 5 for the 2000s, Britney Spears.
Oh yeah.
Another thing I've always wanted to be.
Hard to find the right wig, you know?
Most popular Halloween costumes for the 2010s, 2010s. Number 1,
Fortnite?
No.
Really?
I am genuinely shocked with.
What?
You'll get one guess, and I'm going to give you a hint.
All right.
It is a Marvel character.
Black Panther?
No.
Who is it?
Thor.
Really?
Yes.
I tried to go for something on left field because you're like,
oh, you know what? I can't read.
Yeah?
It's just because I just looked at one. I just saw it was a picture of Thor.
Oh.
So I assumed it's Thor, but it actually says one Marvel's Avengers.
Oh. Well,
that's so fucking blanketed.
Yeah, give me a break.
Give me a breakdown. I want statistics.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. Number 2. Oh, this is another one. God,
what?
It's just a blanket.
What is it? Star Wars?
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yeah. But they show somebody dressed as Amelia Clark's character.
Mm-hmm. Amelia Clark is very attractive.
She is. Number 3, Frozen.
Yeah, I can see that big time. It's huge.
Number 4. You wouldn't have been invited to Tony Vance's Halloween party if you dressed up as this character. Harley Quinn.
Yep, I could see that.
I think I know it's going to be popular this year. And number 5, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you do see a lot of Wonder Woman.
And keep in mind, technically, the 2010s isn't even over yet.
Nope. I think Fortnite will be the number 1
when all is said and done.
For sure. Maybe even, yeah.
I think Joker.
Joker will be huge.
I think Joker's going to be huge.
Below the teenage, it'll definitely be Fortnite. Like the 8 to 15 or whatever. A lot of Fortnite. And then I think 15 up will be a lot of Jokers.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a shit ton of Jokers, I think, this year and next year.
Yep.
I think it's going to spill over.
I think so, too. Maybe even, 3 years later.
Because it's another one of those costumes that's just super simple to do.
Yeah, even more simple to do.
I think even more simple.
Because he wore a variety of outfits with it.
He wore a variety of outfits, and the makeup isn't as complex.
Yeah, because you don't have
the
crease lines and his, with his, it's just, pretty simple.
Clown makeup.
Yep, clown makeup, exactly.
Pennywise will probably be on there too.
I think so too. A lot of Pennywise.
That's another costume I'd like to do, but once again, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
That one would take a lot of effort.
Don't have the will or the patience to do that.
Did you see that Pennywise morph suit? That's
yes.
It's more terrifying than he is in the fucking movie, man.
That is the stuff of nightmares.
The eyes are up into the forehead.
Jeff, do you have any Halloween costume plans this year?
I went as a kitty cat at a Halloween party this year.
You just put black makeup on your nose and whiskers, didn't you?
No, I just put black makeup over my entire face. No,
Uh-oh.
no, I just bought some cat ears, and yeah, I did the triangle on the nose, and I'm a kitty cat. I put a lot of effort into it. I did that, if I'm not putting a lot of effort in, if I'm doing a last minute costume, I just purposely do stupid ones. Like last year, I was Star Wars Angry Birds.
What?
Yeah, there was like a costume on sale for $8 at Spirit Halloween. It was just it was an angry bird wearing a TIE fighter, or not a X-wing helmet, And so I was like, okay, I'm Star Wars Flappy Bird, or Angry Birds, and everyone's like, what is your Star Wars Angry Birds? And yeah, everyone was just angry and walked away.
Fucking stupid.
You're an asshole.
Last year, I really let myself down because over the past years, like I said, I'd gotten really into like the liquid latex, which I maintain. Like if you've never used liquid latex before and you're stuck on a costume, buy some liquid latex, get yourself some toilet paper, and watch tutorials on YouTube. And you can just make the gnarliest looking wounds and all kinds of shit.
Your stuff looks really cool.
There was, because I did a few, like I started doing it with like zombie stuff. And then one year I did it where like I got like a black piece of cardboard and I literally threw it together like the day of and I like colored it black and I put it over my eye and then I put the wound all around so it looked like my eye was like shot out. I was like Carl from Walking Dead. Then one year, and then one year I decided I was like, it was basically like, at first it like came into like maybe doing a Two-Face costume, but then like I realized there was a lot more effort that went into it, like possibly getting like a skull cap and cutting it and doing this and that. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking do that. So I was like, I'm gonna do like half my face is burnt. Yeah. But what I did too is I ended up really committing and I shaved half my beard.
Damn, dude.
So I shaved like over here off and I just like did it all. And I'm surprised more people didn't comment on it. But yeah, like I was like, and then the next day I was like, oh, I gotta shave the rest of this off.
No shit.
I was gonna look a fool. But last year, like, was really lame. I bought like a store costume and tried to paint my face like a skeleton, which I don't know how the fuck people do that where it looks so goddamn good because mine looked like shit.
It's hard. It's very difficult.
And this year we went and I bought a priest robe, some devil horns, liquid latex, and fake blood, and we're gonna see what happens.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna see what kind of craziness we can get into. I'm always more of a fan of the scary, gory costumes than anything. Like, Halloween, man, go big or go home.
Yeah, I mean,
be a corpse.
I like corpses a lot. You can quote me on that. But yeah, I do agree. Like, I love the horror themed costumes. They're just something to people put artistry in. There's a lot of cool artistic stuff. Like, one I always wanted to do was like the pop art comic makeup to where you have the dot matrix on half of your face, and
then you do like the lines. And, oh my god,
it looks like I was like, there's no way I would have to practice very.
Hard. I mean, honestly, like, and it sounds stupid, but I do recommend like anytime like you want to like if you get an idea like that, like look up a tutorial on YouTube.
Yep.
Because sometimes you'll see it and you'll realize you're like, wow, this actually isn't as hard as I thought.
Yeah.
And like, so when I found how to make like zombie wounds and stuff like that, or just wounds in general, how easy it was, I was like, this is really fucking easy. And like, it awoken like a creative nature in me. I was like, man, maybe I should have went to school for like special effects artists.
Still can. Back when I had any drive or motivation, I should have
done something with my life, maybe, but I guess not. But yeah, I like Halloween. How about you?
I love Halloween. I mean, I don't really have a problem with any Halloween costume. A lot of people do, and I can understand why. Like,
and I think there is something endearing about like the cheap store bought ones.
Yeah, I think they're awesome. You want to go out and buy a goofy, fucking stupid looking costume and rock it out. Like, hey, look at me, I look ridiculous and stupid. Like, good for you.
I was really close a couple years ago, and who knows, it may still happen one year because you can find it every year at every Halloween shop since it's been out. There was one year I almost wanted to go as 11.
Yeah, that would have been fun, man.
Stranger Things. And like Steph was like, so you would shave your beard? I was like, no. I was like,
they do make like adult size 11 costumes
like
for
the
men.
Like the pink dress with the wig and like the tube socks. Like, no, it would just be me like right now with that stuff on. And I think that makes it even more hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, have fun with it.
It's like seeing a guy dressed as Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, exactly. Those are great, man. I mean, like, if you want to be like, Harley Quinn number 57 that I've seen today, go and do it. I mean,
just do it right.
Yeah. Or hell, don't even do it right. Do it horrible. Do it look like every other one there. If you like Harley Quinn, then by God, be a big fun Harley Quinn. Have a good time.
It's true, because actually you do have a point. Like, if you're not going to do it right, do it really terrible. So either way, you stand out.
Exactly. Like what people do at Comic Cons and whatnot, where they do the really bad cosplay. Yeah. Like, be hot or be cold. Don't be tepid. Don't be lukewarm.
Ooh, what's actually also probably going to be another popular costume this year? Huh. Bro Thor.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
Thanks to Bro Thor and Peter B. Parker, the schlubby people can be superheroes now.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
And I think that'll do her. I think that'll do it for this episode. I love this. This was fun.
It was.
I can't wait to get all spoopy on Saturday with my costume.
I got the day off, so I can rock it.
Rock it till you sock it. Be sure to check out the show every week here on the Pod Bros Podcasting Network, where you can find our show and tons of other great shows. You can also catch us over on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, kind of, sort of, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever podcasts are listened to. You can also check out our YouTube channel, where you can find toy reviews, unboxings, hunts, tons of great stuff over there. We got all kinds of stuff coming out this week. We got a Pink Ranger review. We got Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batgirl and Donatello review. We got an Agent Anti-Venom, Punisher War Machine, and a mystery box unboxing that's coming on Halloween.
Oh, mysterious.
Special cameo from my dog. Which might also be making a vocal appearance in this because she's barking outside a lot.
That makes it scary or spooky.
I should probably go check on her.
Why is the dog barking? It adds to the spookiness.
Nobody knows.
Does she see a ghost?
No, just her.
No, she just saw her shadow.
Yes. We also have a email account, kapowcastpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to email us any questions, also check us out over on the Facebook, Kapowcast 2015, Twitter @Kapowcast, Instagram, Kapowcast. Thank you to all of our Patreons as well. Angel Doty, Janelle Kozlowski, Jeremy Brown, Charlie Robbins, and Kirsty Vance for your continued support. We greatly appreciate it. Rogato, Mr. Roboto. And if you do feel so inclined, go ahead. The holidays are vastly approaching, and click those affiliate links down below. We got Amazon Entertainment Earth, Toink, not Twink.
You said Twink.
I did not say Twink. How many times has Twink been said this episode?
Not enough. 5? We hit our quota.
We hit our quota. Also, head on over to TeePublic, where you can buy our spooky shirt. I love that Halloween shirt so much.
I do too.
And other great designs that have been posted on there. Tony has put a lot of time and effort into these, and
we have not.
But I think you should go over and buy a shirt because they're swell.
Yep, and you'll look swole if you're wearing them.
And you will look swole.
They actually are very nice t-shirts.
Yeah, the quality of the shirts are really nice.
Very soft.
And I'm not just like BSing because like I want people to buy our shirts. Because don't get me wrong, I do. But like legit, like if I didn't think they were nice shirts, I wouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't even. I would just not be
just get the shirt.
Yeah. But no, they're really soft. They're good quality. They're comfortable.
And the Heather ones that look especially good.
I like to wear them as diapers.
Me too. I like to wear mine over my face and commit crimes.
I like to put mine upside down and put my legs through the sleeves.
And then wear pants with the fly open over your arms and
Exactly.
And commit crimes.
Yes. But please, yes, head on over to TeePublic and check out all the great designs over there. And I think that, what's that?
I forgot to mention one thing.
What's that?
Our dear leader, John Brewski, had a bitching Halloween costume.
What was his Halloween costume?
He was 90s Superboy with like the leather jacket and everything.
Oh, you know what? I saw a picture of that. I forgot. I did see a picture of him as that.
It was fucking fantastic.
He went all out.
There was a nice Supergirl at the party too, our friend Megan. But
Jeff's wife?
Yep, that's it.
We're all connected here, Downriver, baby.
Different Jeff.
Oh, so that will do it. Until next time, take care. Godspeed. I am Mike.
And I am Jeff.
Don't be a beast. Wear a shirt.